Caryma Sa'd is a lawyer in Ontario who was arrested outside of a rally during the campaign for the Premier of Ontario. She joins me right now. I don't want to get into too much about it, but why were you arrested?
That's a good question. I was trespassed from the property despite having an invite, and when I asked questions that I think I was entitled to ask, the officer lost patience and handcuffed me.
Well, I mean, do you go around pissing off officers all the time, or are you known as somebody who is, should be removed?
Those are two different questions. I definitely don't go around pissing off officers, but I am frequently targeted as someone to be removed.
Why?
I think it is because of the work that I do, which includes I record and document, I make comics about my observations, and people don't always like the reflection that they see.
Well, are your comments unfair? Are they outlandish? Are they intended to stir up trouble?
I take a lot of comfort in being measured. So obviously I'm trained as a lawyer, and I have always strived to be accurate in what I say and do. And we're in such a polarized world that being measured is my stance. Now, I think the issue is that people read in between the lines, and they also read the reactions to what I post. And so I get very extreme commenters and reactions.
Why do you have that? If your comments are measured, if your reporting is measured, and it's non-judgmental, non-polarizing, why do you attract such polarized views?
Partly, I think I cover controversial issues, but the way that I do it involves humor and satire, and it's fairly lighthearted, and people don't always take well to that.
What do you hope to achieve when you're being critical of events or speeches or people in power?
I like to provoke thought and discussion. So I think I succeed in varying degrees depending on the subject. But that's the goal, to provoke thought and discussion and critical thinking. So I try not to spoon feed, but of course everyone carries their own biases and sort of
Do you
worldview.
disagree with the commonly held opinions of most people? If just talking about most people say, well, Canada's a great country and we have lots of freedoms and we might be a little bit too left or a little bit too right. I don't like what's going on with gas prices and airports, but I mean, do you disagree with the majority of Canadians? That's a pretty good place. We can make it better, though.
I think that that's a fair view. I wouldn't disagree with that.
Well, then why are you viewed as just such a heretic?
I occupy spaces that are traditionally held by people who don't look like me, and that rattles people.
That's what it comes down to. It's the red glasses.
That's what it is. You understand it. You understand.
Thank you very much. 3 minutes. Every day, Justin Trudeau tells you, I am making life more affordable for Canadians. And if you believe that, don't watch the station. But if you think that's baloney, as I do, that's a lie, then keep watching for non-biased, non-Prime Minister's Office funded news analysis. To keep us on the air, please donate. PayPal or send a check. 303 Bay Street in Toronto. We'll get it. We need the money.